Welcome back to CFB Nation. I'm your host, Nino Brown. I got my co-host for this special new, this is new segments that we're going to be giving to you called Devy Darlings, and that's my co-host, D Now. How we doing tonight, buddy?
Not too bad. How you doing?
I'm good. I know we got a little injury on your side, just icing it up, trying to get better, my man. I hope you're all right.
Yeah, fell down the stairs due to my dog.
You gotta love it, right? You gotta love it. You love the
Yep,
dogs, but they're always in the way. They think that they can use your feet more than you can, right?
exactly.
But we got this new pod that we're gonna be bringing to you. It's called Devy Darlings. We're gonna be talking about these dogs that are either freshmen or sophomores that they're gonna come into the scene and they burst on the scene their first year, or we think they're gonna take that leap in that second year. And if you play Devy leagues or anything like that, these are guys you want to go get. Now, this first guy is going to be, I mean, if you know anything about youth in college football, this is the guy you know about. We're going to break him down a little bit. That's Evan Stewart out of Texas A&M, 5'11", 170 pounds. I mean, this kid just swagger just drips off him. Like the fact that his senior year of high school, D now, right? He played 3 games, shut it down at Liberty High School in Frisco, Texas. In 3 games, he had 22 receptions, 487 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Gina, what?
Yeah, I didn't even know that, and that's almost 500 yards in 3 games. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's 22 yards per catch. Like, I can understand why I was like, yeah, I'm just going to shut it down right now. We don't
Yeah,
need to keep
at that
going.
point, you're him. So
Yeah, so, that was just, if you didn't know then he was flashing, we're going to talk about what he did just this year, when everybody at A&M was just kind of flustered. You had like a carousel of quarterbacks going on at A&M with the Aggies. Jimbo didn't know what was going on. This was Jimbo's guy, and he stuck to it all, right? He came back when the transfer portal got hot and popping for A&M. He stuck it out, and this kid just went off. Talk about 10 games. He had 99 targets, 53 receptions, 649 yards, right? 12 yards per catch. He had 156 yak yards. Like, this kid got it done through, I'm talking about pretty mediocre QB play. What do you got to say about this guy through the first 10 games you've seen as a true freshman? What were your thoughts?
it's honestly, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I had never heard of him until you told me about him, and just watching the tape, like you said, he is so twitchy. Like, who was that guy they had back in the day?
He's still
Speedy
there.
Noel.
Oh, yeah.
He kind of reminded me a little bit of Speedy Noel back in the Johnny Manziel time. Just he's so fluid side to side, and then when he goes vertical, just blazing speed. And then you were saying the 649 yards. Um, that is the most under Jimbo Fisher by a true freshman. He beat out, my notes say, Rashad Green by 60 yards.
Okay. All right.
So, I mean, that's pretty good for a Jimbo Fisher offense by a freshman.
Yeah, like I said, for me, it was just like there was 3 games that he just jumped off the map to me. And before we get into those games, we talked about the QB carousel. Like, it was Haynes King for 6 games, right? This guy barely got to 55% completion. This was Jimbo's guy. He handpicked him to be QB1 going into the season. He had 7 touchdowns, 6 picks. I mean, it's too close. The numbers are too close to me, right? And then Max Johnson came in for 4 games and some relief in I think it was like 1 or 2 starts. 60%, which is a little better, but he only threw for 3 picks, 3 touchdowns, no picks. And then it was Connor Wegman. They gave the freshman a chance. They said, all right, bro, here we go. You're supposed to be him. We'll give you a chance. 73 completions out of 132 attempts, almost 1,000 yards, right about 900, 8 touchdowns, 55% completion. About 7 yards per attempt. So, like, he seemed to be like a flash, like, ooh, okay. Now, can him and Stewart be the connection? And they were a connection in that Ole Miss game. He had 6 receptions for 88 yards. I mean, you're looking at 15 yards per catch when Wegman was at the helm in that game. I liked the way he played, but it was the Bama game. Like, the Bama game. Now, everybody knows me. I'm a Kool-Aid guy.
Mm-hmm.
Evan didn't dog my guy. Okay, most of his came against number 3. All right, so but he played well in that game, and he ate down the sideline like he mossed the safety and number 3. I can't think of the gentleman's name for Alabama. just in that game alone. He mossed them in the fourth quarter for a huge play for them, and then he went over the middle and just straight dogged the dude right in the second quarter. So it was a breakout for Evan Stewart in that game. 8 receptions, 106 yards, 13 yards per catch, and then it was the Florida game, right? 8 receptions, 120, 15 yards per catch. So like we're seeing it against SEC caliber teams. We're not seeing it against just the mediocre, gimmies and layups. I think now there's more opportunity, Dino, right? This it's kind of like a bare room. What I did find is Aeneas Smith is back, right? And he did this last year with Aeneas Smith there, but he was kind of hurt. So now he's a grad senior and he's back. Can Aeneas Smith help Stewart get to the next level, or is Stewart already the alpha, you think, in this room?
I think it's kind of a 1A, 1B thing going into the season. I think by the season end, it's going to be Evans without a doubt. But and then going back to that Florida game, I did watch tape on that, and that was, I think he had like 4 or 5 receptions was against Jordan Marshall, who is noted as one of the best corners in the country. So, I mean, he's no slouch.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm with it. Like he plays physical, like he like I said, he drips swag. Like when he comes on the field, and my man's got 2.1 million TikTok followers, and that's on the low. He's not no juju. He's not out there dancing on people's logo. This guy's doing his thing, and he's cerebral as a receiver. He's cerebral because he's got a game plan outside of like the college. He can see that he can make that money, and he's doing that. So, and he's not distracted with this game because he's out there dogging guys. I say he's swagged out. You see him when he comes into the game. He lines up. Like you just see it. He makes a play. He's letting you know about it. Like he's so twitchy. You think you can press him at the line of scrimmage, man. He'll make a quick move and cut inside it. And now you're looking at the back of his jersey. So I'm a big fan of it. Like I said, that room's kind of bare. They got 2 true freshmen. I mean, and not to say the true freshman can't shine because he did it last year, right? And Micah Tease and Raymond Cattell, they're freshmen. They're in there. He also has pedigree. Moose Muhammad III is there, right? So it'll help that there is some guys in that room. But you're looking at an offense in 2022 that only had 220 pass yards per game, 18 completions per game, right? And only 56% completion overall. 1.5 touchdowns passing like that. Something's got to change there. We need a little bit more out of that offense to help highlight Stewart. And this kid has got to be top 3 wide receiver for the Devy, the Devy community right now. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think with just being consistent at quarterback with Connor coming in there, it's his job. Those numbers should go up in a Jimbo offense, but I mean, something's got to happen. That offense was pretty anemic. So,
right, yeah. Now he did line up 88% of the time out wide, 342 snaps, right? And he was only in the slot 11% or 43 snaps. So he kind of is that dude on the outside, which makes me concerned. Is Aeneas Smith going to play in the slot, or is he just going to be another outside guy? Or are they going to have to move Stewart around so that he can just eat more?
In a dream scenario, I would see him kind of moving him around like how Urban did with Percy Harvin or like how Debo is with the 49ers. Backfield, slot, anywhere on the field, just to get him touches because he's so dynamic.
Right. Now, they lost a dynamic pass catcher out of the backfield and a guy who did eat up a lot of that, offense in that run game that averaged 141 yards and 30 attempts, and that's Devin Chain. He's gone. He went on to the NFL. He's now with the Miami Dolphins. So is the freshman Ruben Owens going to get time, or are they going to lean on Amari Daniels, or could we see more pass attempts and get down to maybe 20 to 22, rush attempts per game, which gets that offense flowing, which gets the ball aired out more, which will get our guy, our Devy Darling, Evan Stewart, to that next level?
I think just looking back at Jimbo's past, I think it's going to be aired out a little bit more. I mean, with Jameis, they aired it out. With Mon, they kind of aired it out. So I think last year he was hurting from all those players leaving. I mean, to put it nicely.
Yeah.
I think we'll start seeing it go back to how he used to run Florida State and A&M when he first got there.
Oh, I would love it if they can get 99 targets as a freshman. Get this man
Yeah.
150 targets, 160 targets as a sophomore. You're looking at like 70, 80 receptions. He's a top level wide receiver. Like I said, he did it as a freshman. It's the first one that Jimbo's had in a long time. Evan Stewart has it all. He's got the twitch. He's got route running ability. I like to see him clean up a little bit, but he's got the route running ability. He's an open field assassin, but he just one-on-one, you're not going to cover him. Contested catches, dude's up there. He's a fighter. He's a dog. He has everything. He's a natural playmaker. When you need a guy, third down to get you some chunk yards, you're going to Stewart, and that's just a fact. So I'm a big fan of him. Like I said, I think he's a top 3 Devy wide receiver going forward. He's definitely Luther Burden was supposed to be the dude. Evan Stewart has easily surpassed Luther Burden in my eyes in this class. So this is the first episode for Devy Darlings. It was a good one. D, now how you feeling getting your feet wet in this first one?
Not too bad. Like I said, I wasn't really aware of Evan Stewart, but watching the tape, he's gonna be something next year after. So yeah, I'm excited to watch him.
We'll be coming back every Sunday night, not at 9 to 8. What works better for you?
I'm down for either.
We're gonna go with 8 every Sunday night at 8 o'clock. We'll be dropping for you. It'll be running back, quarterback. Maybe we were throwing a defensive guy here and there, but it'd be like I said, it's a freshman or a sophomore that you can grab. You want to stash. You want to look out for in this college football world. We call them guys the Devy Darlings. I'm Nino Brown. That's D now. It's CFB Nation. Devy Darlings.